will be over in moments. Mr. Core will fall, and it will be your fault.
Back to my point about how Shadow Weaver believes that like the powerful should make the rules, and she's like, "Hey, if Mysticor falls, it's your fault. It's because you're not strong enough to have saved it. That's why it's your fault. Like, yeah, I went out of my way to take over the place, and that's my doing. But like, you're the only person who could reasonably stop me, and if you fail to do that, that's on you." I kind of feel gross going through the Shadow Weaver lines and picking them apart like this to be like, she kind of has a point here. Here's how it works from her perspective, just because it's so gross. But like, we do kind of need to understand what about Shadow Weaver and her dialogue makes her such like a great hateable villain. And I think lines like this articulate it so well. As much as I don't like this episode, this little like finale to the episode, that final fight, it's just priceless, and it's better than most of the fights in the entire show. This is one of She-Ra's best fights because it really highlights both of the characters, Shadow Weaver and Ador's strengths and weaknesses. Shadow Weaver's inability to see the world outside her own perspective, her own messed up perspective, and her manipulative behaviors that put her into such an awful position and made her be the way she is, and Adora being so dumb that she kind of fell for all of Shadow Weaver's tricks and wound up in this fight, and then her beliefs and what she stands for, which is a polar opposite world to what Shadow Weaver stands for, and she has the drive to make it a reality. Versus Shadow Weaver is just, she's actually doesn't have as strong of a drive as Adora. Otherwise, she probably would be trying to rule the Horde and overthrow Hordak instead of go along with him. It's just easier that way. Adora is decidedly taking the more difficult route because that's where her moral compass lies. Versus we know Shadow Weaver doesn't really have a moral compass, so she's going to have a more difficult time getting to her destination than Adora would. It's just a really elegant final fight scene in episode 7.